What's really comes from within. We're constantly informed what to do, where to go, and the more we listen to our bodies, the more our bodies will reveal it, or, in the form our minds will reveal it. And then it's up to us to listen to that. We have the free choice to listen or not. There's no, but often I think it's better to listen than not. And to me, that is just so beautiful about life, that in a way we can have a sense of what's going to happen or not. But the more we're really, really steeped inside our nature, in and as us, there's just the message becomes clearer and clearer and clearer. That something wants to move, something wants to go, or something like, no, absolutely not. And sometimes it's wobbly, we don't know. It's hard to know. And to me, it's just so precious to let us be informed by our lives. It's up to us. We are receivers. We are like antennas, and we can pick up, thoughts. We can pick up sensations, emotions. We can pick up anything. And it's up to us to sort out, like, what is that natural movement? And sometimes it can be challenging because there can be so many options, or we are so activated that we not quite know, like, oh, what should I do? I don't know. We all know that place. Yeah, I want this, but can I? Yeah, And then daring to sit back. Just daring to sit back. I had the other night, I tend to wake up in the night with ideas, or either wake up with something, oh, I need to sit with it. So I had like some days before that, I woke in the night and there was something that was busy in me. And I was like, oh, I really need to sit with that. So I don't want to go so much into the content here right now. There was something that I felt, I really need to look at this. I need to feel into this. So I first felt it, and then I just hand it over. I know something needs to happen. I just don't know what. So I handed it over. And then I just sat, and just at some point came like deep peace. It was just this deep, deep peace. And I know when there's deep peace, I know something is solved, or healing has happened. That's the peace. That's the natural effect when we dare to sit back, when there's something here that we can feel in our bodies, that we know something needs my attention. So, okay. Here it is. I don't have the solution. I fell into it. I looked at it. I don't know. Here it is. I sit back. And I was just sitting, and that deep peace came over me, and I knew it's resolved. It's taken care of. I don't know what it looks like. And I went back to sleep. And then the next day, with my first client, is a lady I've been working with for, 17 years or something. And we were just talking, as we do every Tuesday morning. And she answered my question. She said, Marlies, I cannot really say the content because it doesn't feel right to say it. But she said, Marlies, I'm able to do something now that I haven't been able to do for a long time. And please, can you give me this and that information? Then I can take care of some things for you. I was like, okay, thank you. And that was the result. That was the answer to what I needed, even though she didn't know I needed anything. So we never know how the resolve comes. Yeah, we just never know how the resolve comes. And the more we dare to trust, because that's what it takes, trust and believe that your nature takes care of everything. Or if you want to call it God or goddess or pure love, pure being, whatever word you want to label it, which is you. When we dare to trust that, when we dare to rest back in the midst of mayhem, that's challenging because we all have our worries and our questions and wanting. I assume there's nobody here that has never worries. We all have worries. We're humans. We think about things and what shall I do and how can I solve this? And it's good to look at things and then we need to hand it over. At least that's my experience. Play with it. It's very, very powerful to dare to rest back. And then more and more confidence will come in our nature. And sometimes it takes a minute before peace comes over us. Sometimes it takes a day, any amount of time. It takes the time it takes and doesn't mean you need to sit with it all day, but just to know it's working in me. And then perhaps at some other point during the day, take a moment to sit and literally sit back. And it's kind of a waiting for the peace to descend over us. What is pure love that we are to descend over us. We need to give it space. We need to give ourselves space. We need to give all the thoughts, feelings, sensations. They need space too. We need space. And then when you notice like, oh, wow, there's something calm, something just let go. When it's let go here, it's let go everywhere. What it's going to look like, you don't know, unless you get immediately inside, oh, I need to do this, or oh, I need to take that step, or oh, I know something shifted, but I don't really know what to do. Can you trust that? Because in a way, it's trusting the unseen and then waiting till the resolve is demonstrated in our lives, is put into form. Because we're here to express ourselves in form, to express that beauty that we all are, that truly wants to be living to the fullest. We're here for that. That's why you're here, at least in my world. That's why we're here. To wake up to who we really are. And through that, be that light for everybody else. We cannot not be that light. When this wakefulness starts coming in, you are touched just by your presence. You are. It's very, very simple. Life is not so complex. It is complex, made complex by so many human things, right? The thinking, the feeling, and the computers, and God knows what. In one way, we think computer makes things easier, which it does, because we can be here online, which is fantastic. And sometimes make it a little more complex because we get one email and then we go to Facebook and all these things get constantly distracted. And it's like, oh, what was today about? Oh yeah, that was another day of distraction. And so it's so powerful and so natural to rest back in the midst of all of life. And when it's hard to do, call up a friend. Go walk in nature. Sit with your back touching a tree, or hug a tree, or go to a creek, or go to nature. Nature is always here. Steady, 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 steady. Always. It's our home. It's very simple. It's free. It's always here. It doesn't change. And then along the way, we have our aches and our pains and our worries, and just life. But you will find the more and more, and I'm sure a lot of you have found that already, more and more you're resting here. More and more the ebb and flows of life, we can let them do what they need to do. It's not about denying them, like, oh, I have sadness, I don't want to touch that. You know, often the first thing what we do is either I want to push it away or I want to fix it, you know, go and get rid of it. And what, you know, resting back, we've never heard that. I never heard that growing up. Just letting the sadness wash over you, letting the tears wash over you, letting the anger be anger, letting happy be happy. And I know I've spoken about this before. And it will bring so much peace in your life when you start just practicing, playing with resting back. And you notice something is up and you're doing the day and you want to keep on doing. It's like, no, I'm just going to sit down. Even if it's like 5 seconds, just going to sit down, take a deep breath, and ask myself, what's awake right now? What is actually still right now? I let these worries and sensations be worries and sensations. They're not good, they're not bad. Our mind puts ideas on it. This is good, this is bad. Oh, I need to go to the internet, search what does it mean when I have, you know, pain in my right ear. Whatever it is, see what it's like not to search, not go out, go in. And the more we go in, and the more that quality of peace starts coming over us with the out breath, the more and more confidence is being built to know, trust that all there is, all that's always taking care of us is this love, is this silent being that we are. It's nature. The trees know we are here. The plants know we are here. The animals, when you have an animal, a cat or a dog or horses or whatever it is, they know you. They see you. You're not alone. This life is so magical. Let it be magical. Sit back to let the magic come to you. And the more you sit back, the more you get informed from within. And then whatever action needs to be taken, you will be informed. Either there's no action or there's action. Yeah? Can you trust that? Can you just trust that?